What is up, everybody? Welcome back. We're about to jump into Game 2, Triangle Formation versus Kill on Site. Triangle Formation did take Game 1 of this best-of-3 series.
Convincingly.
We've got a hero.
Desperate
A
times
champion that's being played right
call
now.
for desperate measures. And who is more desperate than the forever alone Gadget?
Gadget, boys and girls. He said it. You heard him. You heard him. Gadget.
I was hoping
Gadget.
for a Master Skin Gadget. Imsco's got to work on it. Let's get into this game, my man. I'm actually at 6 seconds because I unpaused it to look at Gadget. 6 seconds.
Well,
I know, man. Life's hard.
I gotta move a whole second forward. Okay, let me know.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go, guys. Game number 1. Triangle Formation. Dominant. We know that they're dominant. We know that they're a good team. I think we expected to see the play like that. I think the main storyline of that game was Kill on Sight just wasn't looking up to snuff compared to the way they were playing yesterday. But now, look at that. Now they have the Sevarog. They're going, you know what? Maybe the state of Grux is in such a flux that we're going to have to bring in Sevarog as well. Maybe get impressed with Chip's play as well and see this hero ain't so bad after all. I don't know. Hopefully this is something they've practiced, or else they might find themselves getting knocked out in game number 2 here. This Gadget, though, what do you expect to see with her, man? In a lane? In mid? I mean, this is the first time I've seen her in a competitive play, and last week she was banned out because of a bug, so this is going to be exciting.
It's going to be different. We banned her out because of her bomb bug. So I know a lot of people were asking 2 weeks ago, why don't we have Gadget? Because she's doing way more damage than she should.
It was insane. It was actually it was insane.
So this will be the first time we actually see Gadget in a competitive scenario. I am excited. I think we'll see her in a lane. Most of you who have played Gadget knows her ult. Her ultimate is actually one of the highest damage dealing ultimates in the game. The issue with this ultimate is that it doesn't slow. I can just walk out of it, and with the movement speed increases, what is going to happen? I mean, it's so easy to get out of this ultimate. So it's all about timing here. Can they get is it regen? Yeah. Can they get regen to root while the ultimate is up? Do they have stuns?
That's gonna be the big one. That's really I mean, they have the hamstring from Fen Mao, which that's not a huge snare. It's a little bit of a root. It's not a substantial one. And then they have obviously regen snare as well, but nothing really after that. But don't forget, another thing about Gadget, she has that speed boost. Using it hard. They're going in hard here on Beacon. But, no, they're not going to get Beacon. Going over to Chip now. Chip knows what's up. They need to get him out in travel mode. If Asian can get him out in travel mode, he's going to be the first blood. Chip, he dodges one. We're chasing through the jungle, through the foliage. Here he goes. He got him. Can the rest of his team, can they follow up here? I think they're going to give this up here. They are. This is going to be first blood. Look at the position. Look at the response here from on your minimap. We won't switch to it, but the response from Triangle Formation, push down right lane, try to get a tower. Like I said, man, they never give anything up for free. Chip goes down, right lane, under a lot of pressure. The response from Kill on Sight has to be immediate. Yeah,
Selwonk, Ritsukai, and True are going to push down this tier 1 tower over here. I don't think they're going to be able to respond in time to deal with this. So yes, Triangle Formation lost a hero, but we've said it. That was time number 4. They got something out of this. They got that tier 1 tower. I'll take the tier 1 tower over a death any day of the week. There.
Yeah. Now,
so people wanted to know about the bans before we go any further. It was Rampage and Steel again. We could see Rampage and Steel. I mean, look at Kill on Sight though. They're pushing down a tier 1 tower here. They're also playing very aggressively. They got a kill, and now they've got themselves this tier 1 tower.
I like it. Okay.
So we're seeing a much more aggressive team.
But they're getting collapsed on. They're getting collapsed on. They got to be careful. Taurino's in trouble. He's got to get himself back up and get behind your front line. The Asian Go Pew Pew, Soul Nazgul is the one in trouble. Only level 1 here to the level 2, and that's a pretty big deal. For those early talents are so important to have. And that level 2 showing his strength right there. The collapse onto Imsco. She's going to try to use that speed boost that she has to get under the tower. She's low. Chip is going to tank some towers. He's got to be careful. It's a little bit too early. Regen, he's going to get caught out. So they did get 3 for the mid tower. Again, they lost the mid tower, but Triangle Formation always seems to get something out of these exchanges. Losing a mid tower in the long run is definitely can be very hindering, but for looking at the short term, I think that's going to favor Triangle Formation a little bit here. But once level 5, level 7, level 10 gets hit here, that mid tower being down, that's when it starts being a factor. But early on right now, I don't think we're going to see like aggressive jungle invasions or anything like that. So for now, Triangle Formation are probably going to be content with that trade.
What we need to see here, though, is I'm very curious to see how we do these jungles. The farm from Triangle Formation last game was absolutely amazing. We do have an engagement here. They were trying to
catch him out. There's a tier 1 tower there, so they're walking underneath the tower. They do get Ritsukai. They're going to lose this tower. I think they need to engage here. They need to engage here. Selwonk uses his shield. They're hitting him up. Is there a snare from Regent? They're still only level 1. They need to get some more talents. Barely able to get him. You actually saw the animation for his Reaper's Dash to get him away there and got him right in the mid animation. So they got 2 out of that tower, but all of a sudden, they've lost two tier 1 towers within the first 5 minutes of the game. They have to be very, very smart about making sure that they don't give up this map control. They need to get their levels. They need to spread out a little bit. Make sure they're, get their important levels on your Fenmao and on your Muriel, and then maybe Deathball a little bit more. But right now, they continue to stay cohesive, move around the map, actually getting aggressive, rotating to Triangle Formation's red camp. I think they might get punished for this. Triangle Formation, it looks like they're getting the cell set up. Another engagement here. They're going in there. The gadget, we do see the Seek and Destroy being used, but they're just going to casually kind of walk away from it. Sellock with the flank going in. Talrainer's the target. They have him hamstringed up. He gets knocked away. Good job. But Solo Nazgul is immediately getting focused down as well. Out of position. Trying to get himself away. True and True. One more auto attack. He's juking, but you can only juke and dive so much before True and True is going to get that auto attack right there. Moving over here. Regent gets taken out as we explore the foliage of the game. And a 2 for 0 exchange. Kill on sight. I like that they're making these movements. They're playing with more confidence, but that, I don't think it was the right call to make that charge right there, man.
No, they're very underleveled, and the issue with this 5-man deathball that we see is that experience, yes, card experience is shared, but also the experience that each hero gets is split. Yeah. So you're not gaining full experience, so they're actually keeping themselves behind. If you look at Triangle Formation, they're level 3, while Kill on Sight is only level 2.
With one level 3 on their gadget, of all people. Yeah.
Yeah, and so best character innate. They're gonna have to. They are playing aggressive. They are much more decisive this game. They're trying to get those early game picks. But I feel like we need to go back to lane. I feel like we need to start regaining some levels. Start getting some map control back because their menu waves are pushed in a bit.
It's 6 minutes in. Those lane harvesters are now obtainable. We do see already Beacon is in his lane doing his thing on his Murdoch, trying to hit level 5, and more importantly, trying to get the card experience up as quickly as he can. The card experience is actually a dead heat with maybe a very smallest of margins in favor of Triangle Formation, so they are underleveled, but the big one to take home from here is the card experience is actually really even. One thing about Gadget, she is an intelligence affinity, and you know what that means. Shockwave, boys. Is there a Shockwave carrier on the side of Triangle Formation? There isn't, so this is officially Assassin Gadget, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my...
Assassin Gadget, boys.
I'm excited. I cannot wait to see if we can get some good ultimates. So you get regen with the root, you get a Gadget bubble, or her ultimate, and you get a Shockwave. That's a dead hero. I don't care what anybody says. Unless she gets that Muriel ult, that person will die. That is a lot of damage from that ultimate. So we do have. I was trying to see the farm between the Giant Triple and Regem on their Severox. I would like to see how many stacks they're at. We'll just have to watch their shoulder pads.
Yeah,
this fashion
they
show.
got to get more swollen.
We're gonna watch the Severog fashion show, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by Agoras Rising and Voices of Agora. That is gonna be a really key role.
Solo Nazgul's just like dead, I think. He was trying to
cut out.
Yeah, Solo Nazgul was just like playing with fire, messing around with Twin Blast, and Chip was like, okay, I'm going to root you and we're going to kill you. She wasn't level 5. I mean, she could have got away with that sort of thing at level 5, but Solo Nazgul, you got to call a spade a spade. That simply was a misplay. Lo and behold, the moment they get the opportunity, they get this Prime Orb, man. They're going to get it and they're going to pick it up.
This purple gummy bear. They're going after snacks, ladies and gentlemen. I do, like, before Solo Nazgul got killed here, we do have these guys pushing down the gummy bear boss. We have a lane being pushed out for Regem and Asian Go Pew Pew. They're over here pushing this tier 2 tower, or tier 1 tower, and they're working their way to the tier 2 tower. Yeah. So Triangle Formation is going to have to back here. They're going to have to come defend this, or they're going to lose a tier 2 tower. This is a really good play from Kill on Sight.
It is. This is what we expected from them last game. They definitely look much more like the team we expected to perform here today. This is what you do. You never give up something for free. And Kill on Sight, they're saying you can have the Orb Prime, activate your Prime card. We're going to take this tier 2 tower. They have to make sure they fall back. They are level 5. I don't think any of them are level 5. Only their Muriel. Well, the one you want to have their ultimate is Muriel, but only almost everyone on the side of Triangle Formation does have their ultimate. So right now when it comes to team fighting, you better believe Triangle Formation definitely not only with the advantage of having their Prime card activated, but also the fact that a majority of them have their ultimates. So I like it. Kill on Sight. They're falling back. They need to get away cleanly here. They have means of egress, but can they get away?
Regen just got caught out.
That's giving up one right now isn't too big of a deal. Only give up one right now, but look at Beacon. He's on the hunt, man. He's looking for him. They're trying to catch him out. Or not Beacon, I'm sorry. Selwonk, he's on the hunt. They're trying to catch him out right now. Regim, if he actually gets away, that'll be fairly impressive. Giant Chip, he's looking for the flank right here, trying to catch him around. I think Regim's going to go down, root him up. Doesn't even need him. Chip comes in just trying to build up his buff. So they give up one for tier 2. I don't mind that, but the entire time, man, True and True doing exactly what he did last game, pressuring that right lane. As long as they defend this tower, though, I think it will be okay. Solo Nazgul's in position to do so.
Yeah, I mean, True and True was trying to push this lane out. They did have Solo Nazgul, like you said, they're defending, which is surprisingly enough. Go Strength and Muriel. They did only lose one in that engagement. They did get a tier 2 tower, though. I mean, yes, you have your Prime Orbs. They're going to have to play a little bit passively because the Prime Orb, once your card is active, it gives you so much power.
Yeah.
So we may see them just let this tier 1 tower go because of the strength Triangle Formation currently has. And these guys just live to fight another day because engaging this right here would be easily a death.
Oh, they're collapsing on True and True, but Triangle Formation, if you look at the new map, they're saying, you know what, you can go for True and True. He's going to be able to dash away. Agent Go Pew Pew's on the hunt. True and True is more than likely going to go down here. They have to get to the mid lane. They're going to be losing a tower, though, because it is under pressure. They should be able to sweep in here. They're actually going for the flank. They do spot it out. Chip, he's going to more than likely lay down a root. Man, the root, what? The Asian Go Pew Pew just got, like, knocked across the earth right there. I don't know if you saw that. That certainly was a bug. But nonetheless, a big snare from Chip right there. They're going to be able to get away. Twin Blast gets killed. Kill on Sight, man. They're responding much more appropriately to what Triangle Formation is doing. And taking a look at the numbers, they actually... Gadget, of all people, is very well farmed. They actually have the most farmed Ranger on the map right now. So Kill on Sight, according to the numbers, is actually, I would say, slightly ahead when it comes to card experience here.
They are ahead in map control. I mean, they got to push these lanes out a little bit, but they do have a tier 2 tower down. So they do have the advantage there. They do have the card advantage right now. It's really, at this point, anybody's game. I know we're only 11 minutes in, and it's kind of silly to say that. But at 11 minutes in, the first game, Triangle Formation had such a lead and such an advantage. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Regim still not level 5. Finally, we're starting to see the majority of Kill on Sight hit their ultimates. Very, very important. And I'm excited to see the utilization of this gadget, specifically the utilization of that ultimate we talked about early on. They don't have something like a really big primary setup for it, like a Decker Containment Field or something, anything along those lines, or like a Gideon Black Hole into that is also very, very good. So I think liberal application of the ultimate is more than likely what we're going to see here. Any value that they can get out of it is going to be impactful. I hope IMSCO isn't just looking for that big, like big 4-man plasma field that does full duration. That's simply in this sort of situation against the strong coordination of Triangle Formation. Just try to get any value out of it in team fights and use it as a positioning tool. Use it as a psychological threat. They know that the gadget ultimate is always there, and so that may force some bad positioning in a Triangle Formation. Look for them to make that mistake due to the psychological threat of the ultimate, and then pounce on the opportunity when that happens.
Yeah. So I'm taking a look at both Giant Chip and Regen here. Neither of these guys are at level 20 or at 20 stacks for their Siphon ability. I was hoping to see a little bit better farming with that ability. Maybe they're ignoring it. Unfortunately, I can't see their actual number or what stacks they're at. But once again, shoulder pads, the fashion show, Sevarog fashion show. We will see them start to get wings here once they get stack 20, which it does more damage. They gain more health. Their health will passively stack all the way past 80. They can continue to stack their Siphon ability and continue to add health. But neither of these teams, neither of these heroes are at that point yet.
Looking at the rotation here from Triangle Formation, they're going over the left lane. There might be a little bit of a fight here. Solo Nazgul, actually, Giant Chip gets caught out. They're looking to go on Talrino. Selwonk is here as well, trying to make that burst damage. There's that plasma field let's talk about. The shockwave into it as well. Look at the damage on a Selwonk. So much value. The devastating blast. Can they take him down? Is the gadget going to be enough to blow him up? They're looking for it. Wait for it. Here comes the turnaround. The big burst onto Imsco. Right now, Beacon takes out Talrino, though, and Selwonk ends up, looks like gadget simply is not going to be enough. That looks great for kill on sight. Is not going to actually be a favorable exchange for him right there. The plasma field did a huge amount of damage, but man, Ritsukai's Muriel so on point. Regent finally knocks him away. They needed that a little bit earlier here. Right now it's a 3-for-0 exchange, and oh my lord, that actually was a 4v5 that they just lost because True Untrue is doing what he's done exactly what he did last game. So not only was that a 5v4 that Kill on Sight just lost, completely got wiped on, and they're losing ground in the right lane. Triangle formation, man. That was pretty good.
Very good engagement. We got to see a lot of damage come out of Gadget's ultimate, but they lost 4 heroes. They lost the tier 2 tower. True and True just pushing over here. Imsco's back up. He's going to come over here and push this lane out a little bit. Taking a tier 2 tower in mid, Giant Chip is attacking this tower. Really, really good rotations. Really good team fight from these guys. They've got two tier 2 towers. Say that 3 times fast. Being pressured. They just lost the one in left lane. Way to rub that in there, Auctioneer Gooch.
Talrino's in trouble and might die here. Oh, Ritsu getting a little cocky there. Going to try to save his life. He actually does have his ultimate already up, but unfortunately, they do get Beacon here, so at least they take out Beacon. But again, they've already lost 2 tier 2 towers. Mid lane is under siege. True Untrue is just being the proverbial split pusher. That seems to be his favorite role. Maybe not his favorite role, but at least the one he's been delegated to. And he's been doing very, very good job. Mid tower, very, very low. Just a slightest amount of pressure in the mid lane, they'll be able to take him out. They might be able to take out True Untrue, but again, taking out Beacon, taking out True Untrue, the damage has already been done. Triangle, you can tell he's dead. He's just sitting there auto-attacking, like, at least let me see if I can get some crits off or something. Not sure if that Devastating Blast was necessary, but, so, again, Triangle Formation, they're going to be happy with that exchange.
Yeah, really good exchange for Triangle Formation. All three tower, well, the middle one is still up. It's so low, so very low. Someone just needs to sneeze on it, and that mid tier 2 will go down. It was great. Kill on Sight was able to get some of those kills, give them a little bit of card experience, kind of keep them in that card battle. If you look at the level and card experience, they're still very even when it comes to
surprisingly, yes. I actually would expect a little bit larger of a lead right here for Triangle Formation, considering they got 2 towers. They are ahead, doubling the kills of their opponent, 12-6 right now. So, Kill on Sight, man. It's always disheartening when you lose 4v5. I think it all came down to the fact that Beacon was able to take out Talrino's Murdoch. Muriel, they probably just made a really quick switch and bursted down Talrino by the time that Solo Nazgul had any sort of appropriate response to it. Because Gadget got so much value to that last team fight, man. It was almost a full duration 2-man ultimate on both Selwonk and Chip Severog, but they still weren't able to take the fight with a really big ultimate and being up a man in the team fight. Like I said, that's so disheartening. Kill on Sight, they have to look at the card experience and say, you know what? That may be a little bit of a botched team fight, but we're still in this game. Keep fighting and keep themselves in here.
Yeah, and I think we'll see them do it. They're playing more aggressively. They're playing more decisive. Solo Nazgul did get caught out in that last team fight. He was overextended and wasn't able to help his team. We are going to see some posturing around the Prime Orb here. Asian Go Pew Pew is dealing a little bit of damage to Giant Chipperal, but do you think we'll see a full engagement here? You think we'll just see them back off?
For it.
Imsco's going in.
Oh, they are. They're looking for it. Here comes a potential ultimate. They're going to, maybe if they can put him in this big choke tail. There's the shockwave up. There's the ultimate. This is huge. Look at Beacon go down. They go. That's what Kill Aside needed. The knockback from Chip, unfortunately, a little bit too late. Beacon just got absolutely destroyed there. That was beautiful coordination. They need to do that. They need to do it again and again. They need to get more kills out of this because True and True is pushing down that right lane. If they don't get kills here, they might lose that inhibitor. So take that into consideration here, guys. Selwonk's in a lot of trouble. He's going to lay down his ultimate, try to get something going. It's not going to be enough. Chip goes in because Talrino's pretty low, but I'm not sure I agree with this engagement here. I'm not sure I agree at all. They need to make sure they don't lose anymore. And look, Imsco, the appropriate response from Kill on Sight. They're sending the best wave clear that they have in Imsco. That way True Untrue wasn't with his team fight. That's what Kill on Sight needed. They need to do that a couple more times. They're going to potentially do the Orb Prime here. I think they could, but instead electing to try to take out the Harvester. Actually, no, I don't think they are going to do the Orb Prime. But nonetheless, Kill on Sight, they really just gained a lot of momentum, a big morale boost for them.
Yeah, that damage from that Gadget ultimate is absolutely amazing. We just saw Beacon get deleted off of the map. So much damage there.
Yeah.
True and True pushed that lane out. Imsco immediately after they got the kill, recalled and saved his inhibitor. So
yes.
Very, very good play from Kill on Sight there. Do you see? I think they should have taken the Prime Orb. I feel like they missed the opportunity to get this Prime Orb here.
You know, they probably maybe they weren't confident in trying to turn it in, or because they were wounded up pretty good. A lot of their team was wounded at like half HP and whatnot. So I think that they maybe could have got collapsed on. So when you're in that sort of position, you're like, you know what? Let's not get too greedy. We just got finally for the first part in this series, for the first moment in this series, we actually have a little bit of an advantage for a small window. I like the idea to just play maybe a little bit less greedy, because I think it would have been greedy to pick up that Orb Prime in hindsight here, because they were so very low.
I want to point out real quick, on Kill on Sight's side, we've got Regem with a Mad Spore Sash. Solo Nazgul, the Muriel, just picked up a Mad Sword.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
2 Mad Spore Stashes on Kill on Sight. That's 60 damage per second to anybody in range of these heroes. And there's nothing you can do about that.
The only counter to Gadget is solo tank Grux. Thank you for that insight there, Bleedy's our great admin. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, Grux he didn't get picked this up. It's going to be Sevarog instead. Looking at the current state of the game, lane equilibrium is pretty fairly even right across that cross-section, the line of scrimmage, as we like to call it here on the Agoras Rising. Taking a look at the card points, especially after Kill on Sight had their first kind of favorable team fight. Only down about 1 card experience, in some cases 2. Not a huge deal, though. Their Murdoch is equal farm as their opponent's Murdoch. Their Fen Mao is also in equal farm as the other opponent's Fen Mao. So, Kill on Sight, man, they're looking much better state this game. Impressive that they're able to go into game number 1 and take such a beating, and come into game number 2 and just look much more instilled with confidence and playing much more better overall.
Yeah, I really like their decisiveness. I like what they've done here. We talked about earlier. Can they come back? Can they shake it off? Like the American poet Taylor Swift says,
oh,
and come back and have a good game.
Oh man,
and they are.
We just
they're we do see an engagement here at purple gummy bear balls.
Oh, Gadget, they're going in, using the speed boost. You gotta be careful. Shockwave Mirror Ult as well inside of a big. There's the other Shockwave blocking him up from the Mirror Ult, but it looks like they haven't had the damage done. Going in there, they knock him back. Imsko's in a lot of trouble. Here comes the big rocket damage, but immediately knocks back on True and interrupts his ultimate as well. Agent go pew pew. They're re-engaging. They're trying to get on the front of them there. There comes the big ultimate. Actually, doesn't hit anyone there. Whips Selwalk. Mirror Ult coming in. They're looking to focus down the. Oh wow, focus down indeed. Down goes Imsko. 2 big grits for both True and Beacon are all of a sudden going to put the nail in the coffin. 4 Kill on Sight right now to 1. 4-2. They did take out the Twin Blast, so one of the Rangers on the side of the Triangle Formation is down. They're trying to get on Regem, though. They're trying to take out Nazgul, and this is not looking good at all for Kill on Sight. They are going to clean him up here. A 4-for-1 exchange right on top of the Orb Prime. The only lone survivor is no. 5 people died. They did. 5 people died. Only 4 are on the bar there. That's okay. Either way, Triangle Formation, man. They got initiated on. I think Imsko went in a little bit too quick. The Muriel ult was forced so very early in that team fight, they didn't have it to fall back on. The Shockwave and the Plasma Field ultimate from Gadget certainly got a lot of value, but if they don't kill someone in that immediate burst, which is what they were trying to obtain, then I think that's how these team fights are going to play out. They're just going to get walked all over, and they put so many resources into initiating almost haphazardly right there that Triangle Formation was able to turn around, pick up the Orb Prime, and all of a sudden they firmly have this game in their control.
They do. This lane is pushed very far back, though, so everybody's, of course, recalled. They're trying to push this massive minion wave, and they're going to eventually start walking this orb, and I think we'll see what we've seen from these guys. We may get the split push. We may see True and True head back over to the other lane, but Kill on Sight has rotated. They do have 2 pushing right lane out. True and True and Giant Chip are back at their core. Yeah, and True and True is going to do that split push again. Yeah. So, what's the call here? Do we see what we saw last time, where they give up the orb and they defend their towers? Or at this point, with having 2 tier 2 towers down, the mid tier 2 at very low health, and an Orb Prime going to be possibly activated, do we defend the Orb Prime and let them try and push this lane out to the inhibitor?
Defending the Orb Prime is a very big double-edged sword. If you lose the fight at the Orb Prime, you give up the Prime card activation to your opponent, in this case Triangle Formation. Your lanes are already getting pushed in. True and True, once again, he's in that right lane, continue to split push. He's been so very effective at it right now. So this is a 4v5. But we've seen Triangle Formation take 4v5s. However, Kill on Sight, the terms in which they are fighting are a little bit different. They always use this speed boost to try to initiate. Imsko's going in there. They actually, oh man, if that Devastating Blast hit, Selwonk would have died there. But he actually is forced to use the Reaper's Dash. Look for Rich to use an ultimate if Selwonk gets caught out too hard here. He has his shield, he has his ultimate, and he also has his other abilities to fall back on. I think they're just going to give him up here, man. They're going to give him up. They're not going to be able to turn this in. That's what Kill on Sight needed. Are they going to potentially re-engage here? I don't think they should. I think Giant Chip is just trying to keep their attention. Because true and true, man. They're sending him in. He's starting to siege the inhibitor. Imsko, he just got recalled back. He's got to get there as soon as possible. I think at very least this inhibitor is going to take some damage. But Giant Chip, he's going back in. He might get flanked here. Look behind him. Sol and Nazgul, they were waiting for this. They wanted him. Oh, the auto attack misses, though. Asian Go Pew Pew. Can they get it? Ritsu, good job on rooting him up there. They're going to root him up and just try to get him away there. If Sol and Nazgul's auto attack missed, Giant Chip might have gotten a lot of trouble there. There's the snare coming out from Regim. That's exactly what they needed to get this team fight going in their favor, because Imsko and True are doing it out right now. The inhibitor actually hasn't taken a single instance of damage right now. This is just a big standoff right now. They're trying to force the positioning and force a mistake at a Kill on Sight by using the Prime Orb as kind of the big distraction tactic, but it's not going to work out. Their Kill on Sight, once again, I think they're responding appropriately to the situation, something they didn't do very well in the last game. Chip more than likely is going to be able to get this turned in, though. So he is going to get it turned in, but what can Triangle Formation do with this? Well, collapse on the enemy team. That's exactly what they're going to do. Taurino's going to get knocked back. He's probably going to get taken out here. Yeah, he's dead.
Gooch, I had the wonderful time bug again. I'm at 30 seconds right now is where I'm at.
Well, you just get to start the match over, man. You just get to start the match over. No, we are at 24, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 25 minutes. Oh, wow. Sol Nazgul might be going down here. The Devastating Blast was there. Miro ult being forced out here on a true. He doesn't have much energy, but he's a Twin Blast. He doesn't care about that. He just wants to blast people down. So Asian Go Pew Pew using his ultimate, but completely negated by the ultimate from Ritsu Kai. Good job actually getting turned around on here. The Mirror Shield is going to keep him alive as well. The dance looks certainly... Oh, no. True. He just died. I think he just dived the tower and just got killed by the inhibitor. Uncharacteristic mistake from him. Trying to keep pressure on this lane. Right lane. This right inhibitor is taking a lot of damage, but look over to the left lane. They're applying pressure here as well. Just trying to spread thin. Kill on Sight, but when you dive at an inhibitor and end up going down, I really think that takes the wind out of your sails here. I'm not sure if Triangle Formation can keep this up, because it is 4v5 with no Twin Blast being on the field, but they're going in nonetheless. Beacon, good lord, he's going to be going down. They got the inhibitor, though. That's what they wanted. They want the inhibitor. Let's sacrifice ourselves, pick up the inhibitor. Selwonk, he might be in trouble, though. Kill on Sight has to get at least 2 people, as many people as they can out of this, because with that inhibitor being off the map, and right lane inhibitor got taken out as well, all of a sudden their lateral lanes, now they have mega creeps in there. The map control, sure, they just got 2 kills, but they can't do anything here, Notch, because now they have to deal with the mega creep pushing down both their left and their right lanes. This is a very just awkward sort of position. Kill on Sight, they got the kills, simply just not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 5 minutes of defense now. We've got Mega Creep are going to enter the game. They do so much damage. Their lane clear is insane. You have to now dedicate people to both of these lateral lanes to make sure you can stay in the fight.
Yeah.
Are they behind on card? They're still pretty even on card experience. I mean, this will give them, depending on their defense of these lanes, they can gain a little advantage here. But wow, just really good. Triangle Formation doesn't die without gaining something.
They never
out of
do,
it.
man.
They lost heroes, but they got 2 inhibitors. That is a very good trade on their part.
Taurino is actually the most farmed person on the map right now, which is impressive given the state of the game thus far. Only by 1 card level. He's actually ahead of both True and Beacon right now. Beacon actually now officially is ahead of him. So as I say that, all of a sudden Beacon proving me wrong. The hashtag Caster's Curse right there. But making sure that your late game heroes, your Murdochs and your Twin Blasts, things like that, are farmed is if there's any mechanism you need in order to get yourself back into a match, it's making sure that your Rangers are getting at least being equal farm to your opponent, and that is the case here, though. Really, their only big late-game hero that Kill on Sight has is Murdoch. Compare that to the 2 more late-game heroes in Twin Blast and Beacon's Murdoch. So I actually think the later this game goes, the more favorable it's going to be in Triangle Formation, and simply talking about terms of composition.
Right. I do want to point out real quick, because Severog, we haven't seen him played. Regim is currently sitting at 20, or a little bit over 20. Giant Chipperl has not hit that 20 farm yet. On his Siphon ability. You can see, because of, again, the fashion show, ladies and gentlemen. We've got shoulder pads for one, and the other one just seems just not as pretty dressed.
Yes.
sad. Trunchbull did get caught out though.
He's going in. He's going to get knocked back right there into the complete back line of triangle formation. But over here to the right, we do see Regem and True duking it out. Emsko just gets completely blown up. Emsko just has been going so ham in these. He's been sort of just going to the shockwave and trying to initiate, but he gets punished. You can't simply go in recklessly into a Murdoch like that, this situation in the game, unless that's what happens. Talrino, he's going to get rooted up. His Mural is going to get taken out. Mid lane inhibitor is going to be the target. The core is already under pressure by the Mega Creeps. Any more kills, more than likely the game. Actually, in fact, the game's probably almost over on the shoulder of this team fight right here. Kill on sight. They put up a much better performance in game number 2, but it's not going to be enough. Screw the inhibitor. Go for the throat. And that's going to be your first finalist, ladies and gentlemen. No surprise to anyone. Triangle formation in true fashion. Take game number 2.
Congratulations to Triangle Formation again. Congratulations to Kill on Sight. You guys, they did advance to Agoras Rising 3, which will be 2 weeks from today. Much better gameplay, though. They came back.
Notification popping up there.
They had they much better game this time around. They were able to respond to some of these engagements better. They got some early game picks. They did get that tier 2 tower very early on, but they just weren't able to capitalize off of that momentum. Triangle Formation came out, and we saw some amazing engagements from them. What did I do?
Nothing. It's something I did. There you go. Now you're normal. I had this. The Skype was open and like it was like zoomed in on your beard. I didn't do it intentionally this time though. Don't worry.
Yes. Is my chat? Is the chat still up on screen there? Oh, look at that! So I'm watching the.
You'll see it pop up there.
I should have stroked it. I wish I would have known. I would have stroked it.
So guys, that's our first finalists. Congratulations, Kill on Sight. They got to take away what they can take away from this man, and that is maybe they weren't as practiced with Sevarog as Triangle Formation. I know for a fact that I saw Triangle Formation in scrims using that Sevarog.
Right.
I saw them use it before. So they just looked simply more practiced with it. I think the Triangle Formation is exactly what they did, and this is something Chip openly talks about on his stream. If you watch his stream, which you totally should, he says that if we can target, if we know a team has a player or they have a hero they're not well practiced on, we will try to pigeonhole them into having to pick that hero that they're not practiced on. And I think that was the case with both Rampaging still being taken out. I don't think these teams are very well versed in playing without either one of those heroes because they're just such a mainstay, and they have been since the game's been in what, like OT6, like way since way back. So they're forcing the hand of their opponent to play something they're not comfortable with, while they themselves are comfortable with playing it.
Right.
And just from the get-go, it already puts them in an advantageous position.
It really does. I mean, these guys, like you said, they've played together for a long time. They're very skilled, and we saw that today. The way they're able to bounce back from deaths, and the way they again make sure they gain something for every time an enemy hero or every time one of their teammates died, they got something out of it. It wasn't just a needless death.
Yeah.
That's takes a lot of skill, knowing, hey, should we just give them up because we know we're going to do this. I really enjoy watching Triangle Formation play. Kill on Sight improved over last week. We saw, or 2 weeks ago, we've seen. I'm excited to see them in the future.
Yeah.
They're just getting better. I would have liked to see Talrino on possibly Sparrow. I know why they didn't, because you lost your front line with those Rampage and Steel Bands, but I feel like we will see them again, and I can't wait to see what their gameplay brings out in 2 weeks. Guys, we want to say a big thank you again to Matcherino, Fury.gg, for supporting this event. Head over to Matcherino.com to help raise that prize pot. We want these players to take home a bigger prize pool. We're going to jump into another game here. It is going to be Bay Life versus Warpath Gaming. We're going to be setting up here in just a minute. But again, thank you to everybody who's been watching. We truly appreciate all the support. We love this community. We love watching it grow. We hope you guys are enjoying this stream. What else, Gooch? I mean, really fun games so far.
Yes.
But I'm excited about Bay Life and Warpath Gaming. We did see Warpath or Bay Life last 2 weeks ago. We have watched Warpath Gaming. Who do you think is on top here? Do we think Bay Life is going to take this round of 2, because they are runners up from 2 weeks ago?
I mean, Warpath Gaming looked very dominant in the one series we saw them yesterday.
Yeah.
Against
Phantom.
Not Phantom. I'll look up the bracket. We'll figure it out here. It was only yesterday. They looked very dominant. No, it was Fake Out Nation.
Fake Out Nation. That's right. I apologize.
There you go. Fake Out Nation. It was their team name was. I saw their logo, but I couldn't think of the name associated with the logo. They were I mean, those are pretty much stomps. But
Yeah.
to compare Fake Out Nation's performance to the way Baylife performed last week, and obviously Baylife, the only games that they've dropped are the ones to triangle formation. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Baylife going into this, just because it was hard to gauge Warpath's overall ability in stomps. I mean, stomps always make the other team like, oh my gosh, they're so good. When stomps is generally just the other team, their opponent wasn't probably up to par with the teams that are ready to get faced here. So going into this, just being objective about it, I think Baylife more than likely is the favorite going into this. But I definitely think that I don't think Warpath is going to put much more of a fight up than we've seen before. But with that being said, I think Baylife's going to take it 2-0.
Well, we're about to find out, folks. What we're going to do is we're going to go on a quick break. We're going to let these teams get set up. We're going to let you guys watch these cool videos. Next week, we will have more. I'm going to say this on chat because I haven't done it. If you guys are interested in getting your videos featured in the video reel that we've been playing in between matches, send us an email over to agorasvoice@gmail.com. One of the wonderful things we can do with this tournament platform, because we have viewers in here, is help continue to support and grow this community. So if you have any videos at all that you want shown in that reel, please email them to us, agorasvoice@gmail.com. We will try and get them in our video reel, as long as they're not crazy long, 12 to 15 minutes long. Give us some highlight reels,
crazy.
whatever it may be. Go crazy. Give us highlight reels
for 10
all
minutes.
day, every day. And we will try and get those into that video reel. Thank you guys again. We're going to go on a quick break here as we get these next set of matches ready to go. I'm excited to see Baylife and Warpath Gaming, guys. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes.